Hello, fellow adventurers, and welcome to Lucinda's Adventures. If you are joining us today, please say so in the live chat. Say hello, give us your name if it doesn't pop up with your channel or your Google account, and where you are joining us from. I am coming from the Arizona Valley, and I am so excited to have you guys here today. I apologize, technical difficulties from last time. I had to you could see the video afterwards, but hopefully today you can see the video right now. All right. Okay, so we're going to work today. I'm going to be using this beautiful, beautiful journal that my friend Christina gave me, oh, many moons ago. I might have to tilt it a little bit so I can make sure you guys can see it very well in here, but I love it. It's very beautiful, and I've only done, look how pretty that is. And I've only done a couple of, move that out the way, and that'll work a little bit better. Actually only done 2 pages or 1 full spread ever in this journal, and it's just so pretty. It's like one of those things that you feel like, oh, it's too pretty to use, and so then you don't wind up using it, which we should never do. So yeah, so this is the one spread that I've done in it, and I'm going to do a spread today, and I'm going to kind of focus on a pink and green theme because this kind of goes with this paper. I don't know if I'll do that the whole time that I use this journal, if I'll kind of switch it up sometimes, but that's what I'm doing right now. So I also want to do, I think, a kind of a library theme is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to put a few strips. I might do multiple. I don't want to do a lot of strips of this word paper to kind of, no, that's a little too wide, I think. That's too white. Let's do a more muted. Yeah, I think this color would go really well with this background. And I have some papers and some stickers that kind of go with a library idea. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, let me know also in the live chat what kind of journal you're using, and if you have any particular kind of theme that you're looking at. I think I'm gonna put this around the center. Okay, and this is actually a sticker. If you're interested in knowing where I got this from, I got it from Shein. So I think I'll just start sticking it, and then I'll trim the excess. That'll work out a little easier, I think. So I got this from Shein, and I used to get a lot of things from Shein. And then the tariffs hit, and I wasn't sure. I mean, some things seem more or less, but I just kind of started looking a little more at Amazon after that. So a lot of what we're using and I'm using today is from Amazon. But this for sure came from, I don't have to go all the way up to the top. This for sure came from Shein, S-H-E-I-N. All right. I don't know why I can't get this on here straight, but I'm going to try not to worry myself too much about it because I can always reposition it if I need to later. And some stuff won't be noticeable once you kind of layer, right? So we'll just do that. All right. And then just cut the excess. I'm just using some pink scissors today. I might use some of my more vintage looking ones also as we go, but so yes, I'm gonna do that, and I think I'll do that on both sides. I guess I could kind of spread it out, but I think I'm gonna do it on both sides around the center. This is kind of buckled a little bit, so I think I will tuck that in and kind of fold it over so that it gets the whole, kind of covers the whole space that I want it to. If it will let me, I'll probably have to cut. Let me go ahead and cut this piece because I think it's a little too hard to do that with all that excess hanging down there. So, oh, I dropped the rest, and I wanted to try to clean up as I go. Y'all know how that is. Because then at the end, when you have so much to clean, you're like, I'm not doing it. I'm going to go do something else. I know I made that mess, but I don't feel like cleaning it right now. All right. I don't think this is going to let me do that. Oh, well, if I kind of rub it in the edge like that, there, that'll work. Then I should be able to get it to get somewhat smoothed over. And again, we're not going to worry about the tip top, although there is kind of a gap here. But again, we don't know what is going to show and not show until we kind of get going. All right, so let me cut this excess. There we go. I've got a little more right here. And you know, I want to try, I know I've seen stuff, or at least thought about stuff, where you keep all these little pieces somewhere. I'm going to stick it on the side of my little mini fridge that I use to hold journaling supplies, because it used to be used for a mini fridge, but it is not now. All right, so I am going to clean as I go, because I know I will be frustrated in the end if I have a whole bunch to clean. Do you guys do that? I can't. I don't know. It doesn't even necessarily have to be a whole lot, but it usually is a whole lot that I need to clean up, you know, if I don't do it as I go. So I know this is probably boring. My bad, y'all, but I'm almost done rolling this up. This is the only thing that has so much. If I hadn't dropped it, you know, it would not have been an issue, but things happen. All right, we almost at the end. There we go. So I'm going to cut that off and put some tape, and then that is secure. And that is cleaned up. I don't have to worry about that later. Praise the Lord. All right, so, and you know, you can also sometimes save little things like this for whenever you have a sticker that you wanted to take off, and it doesn't fit well in the space where it was back, you know, back in there, and then you can mess up the sticker. You can save stuff like this. So I'm going to save that. You know, you don't want to save all of it, because then you wind up with a whole bucket of stuff that you don't need. Okay, so now I got some papers. This is the more greenish stack, and then I got sort of a more pinkish stack. But you see these library papers? I know! So I think I'm going to put one kind of sort of like this, maybe. One kind of like that. Oh, it's already pretty. And I barely did anything. All right, so let's do that. Let's get the adhesive. My adhesive tape somewhere. Here it is. And then that, oh, I can't believe how pretty it is already. That makes things easier, but you know, we're not necessarily trying to do easy. We're trying to do enjoyable and relaxing and fun. That's why we do this. All right. It's nice to have these lines to help make sure it's straight, although it is not straight. Okay, let's see. Well, I think, I don't know. I tore some pages out of this before, and so that's why it's not completely straight. But that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. We just need it to not look crazy. Hi, I totally missed whose name that was, but hello, who just came on and said, hey, Lucinda, you're live. Comment again so I can see your name. It disappeared from the screen almost as soon as it popped up there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited. Serenity. Hi, Serenity now. Hi, Claire from Houston. It's great to see you, Claire. I have a lot of family in Houston. A lot. Oh, it's so great. What is the weather like for you guys right now? You know, I know it's hot and humid because I'm originally from Oklahoma, and it is just dry and hot here always. Oh, yes, I do. You know, in fact, I really do. I have not been to Houston. I'm trying to think how many years it's been now. I don't even know. It's not as hot as normal. You know, I feel like that too. We're happy too. It's still hot. Like I think the other day was 114, but normally this time of year it's like 118, like for days and days, or it might be a little less for one day, and then it's really, really worse the next day. So I was just telling someone that who's new here that it's not even really hot for us right now, and she was like, "What?" I mean, not compared to what it normally is. Yeah, I hear you, girl. And when family wants to visit, I'm like, don't come in July and August. Don't. I know that's what time of year that people travel and like to go visit and stuff. I was like, but that's not the time to be here. And this year, for some reason, even though it's not as hot, I'm not handling the, yes, it's still hot in September. Even though it's not as hot, I'm not handling the heat as well this year. And so one of my friends told me it's because you're getting older, Lucinda. And I was like, okay. Okay, I think you're probably right. So yeah, it is what it is, right? So I got that on there, you guys. I want to put some, I want to see it. Yeah. Now, so once we hit about mid to late October, it is amazing here. I mean, it is from mid-October, mid to late October till mid-May, I would say. It is the absolute perfect weather. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I love it. And you can just leave the windows open, and the gardening is amazing. I mean, I don't even know how to describe how beautiful and how wonderful it is. And then it's just awful in the middle of the summer. So I really like this paper and I want to use it somewhere, but it's also kind of, I don't want it to be too conflicting. So I think I might put it as a background. Thank you. And then put like where it's not that, this is really pretty and soft too though. Because I want to put start putting some ladies on here. And then I also have this, I want to put somewhere. This is from a magazine. These are from a magazine, and I want to put them in here somewhere. But, I think I will focus on deciding right now where I want to put the ladies that are reading, and that'll help me kind of decide which of these unbelievably beautiful papers I'm going to use. And then I've got some frames in here too. So I did a really good job of pulling out everything that I needed ahead of time. I also have this, which is really nice, but it might, I don't know. We'll see. I like that this was the packaging and it's a ribbon. I might put that across here somewhere, maybe. We'll see. So she is reading. Put them there so we can see. Not reading, not reading. Don't tell me I only got one person reading in this whole thing. I might only have one reader, and that's okay. They can just be sitting in the library. Probably won't use you guys because you look like you're, oh, you know what? I have some in the books. I marked the books. So let me take out all the readers. So that's a reader. And then in my sticker books, I marked all of the readers. So let me see. So I put all these, so I wouldn't waste all my time flipping, you guys, because that just takes so much time of the video. So, like she's got books. She's got a book. But this sort of has an old feel to it too. So I think I might want one who is a little more vintage looking like the lady. Ooh. Okay, so that one. Let me see if I have a pink one. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Claire. All right, let's look for more peach. I like this desk too. I'm pretty sure I want to use her somewhere. And let me see. I probably want a white background for her too. Did I take out some white background paper? I know I did. I remember doing that. But we'll find it in a minute. Okay, let's use her for sure. Maybe right here. Okay, I need some white background paper. I got some right here. All right, so let's put her on here. Now this is always a little frustrating part, is getting that first little piece up. Sometimes even with this, I just wind up damaging the paper. All right, feel it, I feel it. I'm trying to get it. Oh no. This is a little challenging while you're live. Okay. Come on, I don't want to rip it. Okay. And this is made well. It's not the product, y'all. It's me. Okay. So let's put you toward the edge. Oh, but then there's too much white then. Oh, I didn't think about that. Then I'll probably use some powder. Let me use some powder, some of my eyeshadow, and kind of fill this in a little bit because all of this white might be too white. Okay, let's do it first. Let's see how it looks, and in the end I can decide if I want to, if I feel like, oh, that's too much white in here, you know, because this is pretty white, you know, the windows and stuff. So let's just cut her out. Let me make her a little bit smoother. A little bit smoother, so we don't have that glare, you know, from the clear tape. All right, now we can cut her out, and then I can have as little white around as I want and try to be really minimal. For some reason, these particular scissors right here, let me get the other ones. The thumbs, you know how usually one of the holes feels, I don't know, maybe it's my hands. One of the holes feels like it's for your thumb and the others aren't, or they both just feel comfortable. For some reason, that pair of scissors does not feel right. Okay, so the way I try to do it to make it easier on myself and fussy cutting stuff out is just do all of the perimeter first, and then it makes a little bit easier to go back and just kind of do the fussy part, if that makes sense. Yeah. So let's do that. And then go back in. Just do a little bit of white around there. I probably did not need to do that at all this time. I'm just in the habit of doing it because I feel like the background just really works without the need for that. But we'll just kind of consider this a well-lit area. That's what we'll do. We'll use our imagination. So what have you guys been up to? What have you been up to, Claire? I am waiting for, so next month, my friend Penny and I are for sure going to go camping in the northern part of Arizona. I don't know if you realize that, but the one of the wonderful things about Arizona is the valley is really hot and dry this time of year, but the northern part of the state has all the seasons. And the further north you are, the colder it is, the more snow and lower temperatures you get. I think that'll work, and we'll see if we want to add any color in the background to kind of antique it a little bit. Yeah, so like in Flagstaff, I mean, you know, it gets really cold where you have to wear like Alaska type coverage. Yeah. Yes, and the mountains are just gorgeous. There are mountains everywhere. There are mountains here in the valley where I live. But as far as the temperature, oh, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. Do I want to raise her up? You know, I want to be conscientious of how much I raise pages up because then it makes the book hard to close. Thank you. But since this is raised up there, then I can do it in another place down here. It won't overall make it any, okay, I'm not thinking right. It will still make it thicker, but I can make it to do or not to do. I think I'm going to raise it up. Okay. So let's get some adhesive tape. And let's go ahead and raise her up a little bit. Make the ladies the focus. I'm just using the back of a calendar page for my white backgrounds. Yeah. Just use what you got. Reuse, repurpose. Yeah, so Penny and I are going to go to around Flagstaff, at least that far north. Oh, thank you, Claire. At least that far north next month in September. And then I'll go somewhere else that's pretty north in October too. And then in November, because for sure by the third week or so in October, the weather is perfect. But so probably I'm going to do I'm having an event, my second annual tea party for my neighbors and church friends and friends. The first weekend in November, so probably that second weekend in November, I will go camping near this area by myself. And the reason why I need someone to go, thank you. The reason why I need someone to go with me this time of year to go up north is because I am afraid of heights and I cannot drive those really steep mountains. I just cannot do it. Cannot do it. All right, let's put her right here. Well, she looks lovely. All right, perfect. All right, so I have, where's the other lady? Did I lose her? Okay, so then we have, I don't know what the elevation is. I really don't. I'd have to look that up, but very high. Oh, I've driven around Albuquerque too. I drove that to come here. And I don't remember, but I remember I didn't feel overwhelmed. And I felt like the highways, like to go from here to Sedona, it's a high elevation, but not as high as all the way up north. Yeah, it depends on the roads because going to Sedona, it's like mostly 3-lane highway, even though it's a higher elevation. But there are portions, not a lot compared to the whole drive, but there are portions that are not 3 lanes and it's steep. And I was really stressed out when my mom and I recently actually did a video of that. My mom and I going and spending the day at Red Rock State Park and going to Sedona. So yes, okay, so now I'm gonna put her, now this is what I was thinking, to do some things like this. So I didn't do that with her, but that's okay. Everybody don't have to be exactly the same, right? Is put this, let me see, as a background, but with some more stuff around it. So let's look at the frames. And maybe I could do, I could do this. Let me see if she would show up very well. Something like that, and then, but I would need to put some white around her. So let's do that, because then I could still use this and it won't be too, oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And I feel like I would want to use a little bit of that somewhere else too, to have a little bit of balance. And then maybe have something else with more white framing. Somewhere else, a little more symmetry, but not, actually more balance, not really symmetry. So let's do that. Here we go. So yeah, so I need to start thinking about where I want to go for October and where I want to go by myself in November. Going by myself is the best. Oh, it's the best. And it's just so relaxing and peaceful, and I just don't have the cares of the world. I'm just in nature and just, oh my goodness, I just can't even describe how just revitalizing it is to do that. And different people have different things that do that. No, I'm not. I take every safety precaution, and I camp in my car, which I feel more safe doing that because I can lock my car and my car has an alarm. And I'm also going to add, by the time I go camping again, cameras for the perimeter, for the outside, where I can see if someone's approaching the car. I feel totally safe. But I wouldn't feel, me personally, wouldn't feel safe in a tent by myself. Ooh, you're so pretty. Okay, so now, where did she go? I keep losing the lady that I want to use. Okay, here she is. Yeah, I feel like I definitely need some white around that. Yeah, I locked the car. Yeah, the car is locked. I'm in the car. You can, people think sometimes, my mom thought this, that you can't lock your car while your keys are in there. And I say, yeah, you can. You can actually steal what, because I have a 2024 car. Um, yeah, yeah, car versus 10, I hear you. And I just lock it, and there's a little light that's on when it's locked with the keys in it that tells me that it's locked and the keys are inside. So I feel totally fine. Yeah. All right, so let's do her. Cut around her. Okay, that page is folded. I don't want that fold in here in case it changes the way it looks. So I'll do that. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, and just to the beautiful weather that we have. That's what we have, what are called snowbirds here in the valley. People come, a lot of retired people have homes here for the beautiful time of the year. And for them, where they live, it's very cold. So a lot of people who live in northern states and, you know, just parts of the country where it gets really, really cold in the winter, they come here around early mid-October, whatever time of the year it starts to get cold where they live. Then they come here, and then it's real. If I always forget at first when I'm like, I don't understand why there's so much more traffic today, and then later on I'll realize, oh, the snowbirds are here. So yeah, we call them snowbirds. And you know, it really has an impact on the economy and all of that here, because there are more people here spending more money, you know. Yeah, but then it's kind of balanced, I think, because they're not here half the year and they're here the other half. You know, I think everybody just kind of plans for that, knows that it's coming or going, right? So, yeah, and I've thought about, I'm really kind of evaluating my finances for if I stay here. Um, I don't know that I'll be here indefinitely, because my daughter and her family moved to Europe, and my son, as soon as he finishes his PhD, is planning to move to Europe. So, but my parents live with me, so that'll just kind of depend on where things are with my parents at that time, because I primarily am responsible for them. So, but but in the meantime, I'm thinking about seeing financially if I can have a place with us, all three of us, for the really hot times of the year, starting maybe in the next couple of years, so that we could just be where it's cooler together. And that's what the snowbirds do. So I'm thinking about maybe becoming a snowbird. I mean, I really, really, really would like to. I just don't know if I can afford to. Oh yes, it is hard. I really miss them and I love them, all three of them, but man, not having my grandbaby around is a huge adjustment. And he is a hot mess. he was my he was my grandbaby hot mess, and still is. They're in Macedonia where they moved to. But I get to talk to him um, on WhatsApp, which I'm really grateful that such a thing exists. Okay, so here we go. Now we got to do some more tape. I don't think I'm going to raise her with the mounting tape, because she's kind of already going to be raised up with these layers. So let's just do that. Now, I said I was going to clean up as I went, didn't I? It's not quite working out. I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning up. I'm not doing bad. I just got all these extra, ladies out so I can put them up. And that'll save me some time after the video. And allow you guys to be thinking about doing that too while you're journaling. You can all take this moment to put up some of our supplies so we won't be mad later. Okay, that's done. Ooh, this is pretty on the back too, right? This paper came from Gabby. They have some really, really pretty kits. So I did a video. Every now and then they send me one and I do a video for you guys. All right. So I was putting this right here, right? Bring it down just a little. Okay. So yeah, and I started doing some Christmas DIY stuff, just organizing supplies and things. I haven't decided exactly everything I'm gonna make yet. You know what? This frame looks kind of weird, but oh well. It looks like it's not balanced. It's not on the side, like it's wider there than it is here. Oh well. Okay, now what happened to my lady? I keep losing. There she is. Oh, and we got one more, y'all, to go back in here. I love the sound of this plastic. Oh, cool. No, these frames came from gosh, now I can't think of what it's called now. Shein. Yeah, but I am planning to buy more frames and to get them specifically from Amazon. So, and I feel like I get more quantity based on the price, I think, with the Amazon, and more specifically what I really want in the Amazon order, I think. It seems to me what I've gotten so far. So, and this lady that I'm using right now came from Shein. But, because I don't, let me see if I'm going to use any other ladies today. Don't want her to be centered or like that. I like things to kind of drop like this. That's just my aesthetic. I mean, I know that not everyone does. Some people look at that. Like some of the books I have on Amazon have, yes, they are really cool. I am really happy with what I've got. Now, some of it is kind of muted. Like I'll tell you, I think, let me see, what book is that? I didn't pull that book out, but the one that has the Eiffel Tower on the cover, a lot of the artwork is really matte, which is pretty. It's just a little different if you're not really into matte stuff. So know that when you order, if you decide to order that, it's mostly matte. Like this is not matte, but that is. So, all right. So what else do we want to put in here? I feel like I want to use this somewhere too, even if it was just kind of a little piece on the side, but is that a little too extravagant? Oh, remember I wanted to use, oh, there's another lady. Okay, I'll put you up later. I wanted to use those roses. Oh, now I have some other stickers with, books in them that weren't, I think these are all the ladies, and I don't think, let me see if I had any vintage. Oh yeah, she looks cool. She looks amazing. I think I would like to put her like down here or up here, and maybe with a little bit of this. Ooh, okay. Do I want to have another frame? Okay, I want to put her on here. And maybe I can do, let's see, do I have any clear frames here? How would that look with this lady? And I wonder if it would go okay without I could cover that rose up, but I don't think I want to do that. But I could do that, or I could just not give her a frame and just have her standing. Okay, or just let this sort of be the frame around her. So I think that's what I'm going to do. That is, she's so beautiful. And the starting point is always so hard for me. There we go. And then I think I'll just cut around that. All right, let's see. How much do I want to be around you? Let's see, about that much. Yeah, I think that'll be good. It's got a little bubble in here. It's a little more muted than I wanted it to be, but I think that's okay because then we can have a little bit of balance. There's some white on white. We can just have her kind of in the corner, and I think I will trace, let's see, trace this. And make that the amount. Oh, I could actually just put this on there. Okay, so I'm going to put this. Is this a sticker? I don't, this is not a sticker. Okay, I'm going to put this on her and then cut around that. And then I just need to decide if I want to use any more ladies. I know I have some more stickers that have books on them. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, I just need to cut this around. This is so pretty, but we're not doing that. I'm not doing that color scheme today, but it's so gorgeous. Right. So I didn't have to really fussy cut. I'm just cutting around this frame. Let's see what else I got going on. Just, oh, I started doing a vendor booth. My church is having a indoor, because it's hot, we're having an indoor farmers market every month, the last Saturday of the month. I posted a picture of my table this last time. And then once it gets cooler, oh, I'm cutting part of the frame off. I'll just do it at the top. And then once it gets cooler, we will do it outside. And it will be a monthly fundraiser for our church. Yeah. It went, I mean, overall it went well. For it to be the first time, we had a good turnout, and we had the plate room that we had it in was full of tables. We could probably squeeze, I don't even know if we could squeeze, but we have other areas in the building that we could use to get more, even more. But it was full with vendors, and I really enjoyed the fellowship. And I sold some. I didn't sell as much as I would have liked, but I'm going to do a few more things for the new one and then for the next one. And plus, the word is starting to get out because of it. So, and then people start buying things for Christmas and all that. So I feel really good about it. And like I said, I really enjoyed it. It was a great, great time of fellowship and met a lot of people. All right, I like that. Okay, so I think I kind of want to put something here, but not another person, or maybe nothing. Maybe nothing. And I like that that is there already, but I do want to put some more. So this flower is here, and I want to use these flowers some kind of way. They're really big though, but so is that. So I can, right? So I can cut like one of these out and put it there. And this is like a different shade of a rose. So that's kind of, yeah, I'm going to experiment with this. I kind of thought maybe I could put half of this on here and put the rose. That actually looks pretty good. So let's cut this out and put it on the paper and then see what we want to do. Yeah, I love when I find very beautiful artwork in magazines. Oh, thank you. I got those. You know, I want to say Shein. I think I got that from Shein. Yeah. I used to get the majority of my stuff from Shein. You just got to be patient because it usually takes about a week. They say it can take up to like 10 days or 2 weeks, but I think it usually took about a week for me to get things. And it's the same products, not everything. Let me take that back. Not this journaling stuff, but when it comes to other products um, that are from outside vendors that they sell, it's the same products on Amazon because it's all coming from China. But but yeah, the journaling stuff is different. It's not the same. You know, this strangely that doesn't really look like a rose now that I've cut it out without the stem. You know, huh? Let's see. Let me cut this little white part out and see how it might look. Kind of. I think I'll put, let me see if I cut this one out to go next to it and leave some of the stem. Because that pretty much looks like flower, I think, even if it didn't have the stem. But I'm going to try it doesn't quite look like a flower, that other one, without the stem. So I'm going to leave a little bit of stem on this one and hope that rectifies that. This paper is so pretty. I mean, this photograph is so pretty. And you guys, you know, when I get flowers, like sometimes my stepdaughter sends me flowers. Yeah, I know it was. My stepdaughter will send me flowers, or my godmother sent me flowers like around the anniversary of my husband's passing, which is so special. I really appreciate that. And I still have flowers from his funeral and all that. And because I dry them and then use them. That will look pretty good. Okay, so I'm going to glue like half of this on there. Well, let's do this. Yeah, let's glue half of it on there first. Not glue, what am I talking about? How much of that? I think I want to bend it so I can have a good idea to go up. About like that. Okay. And then just tear it. And then I'll use the adhesive. Yeah, so I have dried flowers all over my house that came to me as gifts. And then like one of my plants has the prettiest leaves whenever, you know, new ones. It's the ZZ plant, and occasionally a few new, what do you call it, will bud up really fast. And then some of the old stems will start to dry out, and they make the most beautiful dried leaves. You know, I just take that whole stick and put it with my dried flowers, and it all looks so good together. All right, I'm gonna tuck that. Should have put this end down first. Man, let's do that. There you go. I might have to cut a little bit of excess. And let's see, just a little bit. And I'll put that rose on top of it. There we go. All right, now we have our pretty rose. Pretty rose. Yeah, so I encourage you to, you know, you can get magazines really cheap at libraries. They have sales. Like, at least here anyway, all of the libraries have bookstores for used books and magazines. And one of the ones I go to, the magazines are sometimes 4 for $1, and sometimes they are 10 for $1. And they just have pretty pages. You just flip through the ones that you're like, oh, look at that pretty, just pretty colored background or pretty flowers or what have you. Now I am happy with that. All right, so that, let me see if there's anything else I want to, because I want to put, and even though there's words here, I think I want to write some words or put some word stickers around here. And I think maybe a little something in that corner, a little something in that corner. Maybe. I don't know. All right, let's look at that envelope. The little pretty things that the flowers were in. So like, no, I want something like sort of just, I don't know. I'll know it when I see it. This is pretty. I don't know if I want flower. This is all flower stuff, floral stuff. Maybe I just want some gems. Sorry, guys, I'm not letting you see what's in here. Maybe I just want some gems because I really feel like there's enough floral stuff there. So I think that's what we're gonna do for that. And maybe we can just put some gems in the corner there. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. Or 1, 2, maybe some big. I like this. Just trying to see if this might look good across somewhere. Let me cut it or pull this off and see. I think I would like this at the top. Just kind of tuck that. Yeah. All right, let's check that. Let's see what that will look like. Yep, packaging is always an option to use. I like it. Let's see if it'll tuck in okay like I want it to, though. It might not, but we'll see. Let me put this pink paper. I don't know that I'm going to use anymore, but it's so pretty, all these pink paper options. But we might, I like this. We'll see. Okay. All right, Clara, what do you got new going on? Anything for you? I'm trying to figure out what's the back of this. This one. Thank you so much for joining today and for chatting with me. I have been so lately into a bunch of different videos on repurposing, because I do that a lot. You know, reduce, reuse, recycle. And there's some ideas that I had never thought of. You emailed the main library in downtown Houston about magazines, and they said they do not offer them for sale or giveaway. What the what? My local library, part of the Houston Library, usually no magazine. Hi, I was with chat. Oh, I'm so sorry that nobody does that. That's interesting. I wonder why. Maybe it's just maybe not all of them do, maybe just some, because that's true, because the downtown one in downtown Phoenix does not do that, but the ones in the suburbs do. Yeah, I know. They're so expensive now. When you're in the grocery store, it's like almost $20 for a magazine, and I'm like, well, no. Yeah, maybe visit other libraries. I would recommend that too. So this is a little bit lighter than I thought, but I do like it. Okay, so the only thing I might do is put something in this corner before I add some jewels and some words. So let's see, what else do I have? I could put, I could put a little bit of pretty vintagey washi tape. Oh, and I have this too. Let's see. I have this, and I have this pretty washi tape. So let's try the washi tape first, and then maybe I'll put some of the gold along the sides, and it'll be so pretty. Okay, let's see if I can find the start of this. Oh, thank you so much, Claire. All right, let's see. I think I missed a message you put. You checked with somebody and they said no. Was it, did we already talk about that? I know we talked about the other libraries at first, and you said maybe check other libraries. I don't know if I want this to go all the way across there. I don't think I like that. So we're not gonna do that. I think it's just a little too contrasting. So I think I will do this real quick and see how that turns out. I love the sound of crinkling papers. That means work is being done. Okay, and this came from Grabby also. Let's see. Oh, that's pretty. I wanted to find kind of a longer one. I thought they were, some of it was like a long strip, but apparently not. So, and they're not all the same, but I think this will help balance it. And then we just put some words on, and we'll be done. Let's see. Pretty. Look how pretty. These are so pretty. And you know, when I got them, I was like, these are so pretty. I wonder if I'll ever use them. I wonder if I'll ever figure out where to use them. And it looks like we're figuring it out. I think I want to put a little piece there. Thank you. Piece there and there. Maybe something right there. Let's see. Is there one that's kind of long and narrow? Maybe this. Oops. All right, let's do that. Trim, there's just a little excess piece right here. And then I think I'll put this there at the top. These are hard to get off. And you got to be careful not to break it, you know? Okay. Preseason football starts this afternoon for Houston. That's a big thing going, although they are in Minnesota. Okay, cool, cool. You know, I used to be so into, this is cricket, but oh well, into football. Oh, I loved football. I loved basketball. I was an athlete as well. And then my daughter started playing club volleyball, and my life was volleyball. Like that was, I had no time for nothing. We traveled all the time. She played volleyball in college too. But yeah, when she was from 12 years old through a few years of college. Yeah, yeah, she was a good player too. Okay, did I get that on the end? All right, now I feel happy with how this has come together. Something, I can't get that off. Oh well, it'll have to be like that. Okay. So I don't have too much to clean up after I get what I'm going to put here. So I didn't use any jewels. Do I need to put a couple of jewels maybe? Let's just put a few around the perimeter. A few small ones maybe. A few soft ones. Oops. That one disappeared. All right, let's put one right here. I hope I got enough pink one. I mean, I can put green too. But yeah, you got to be careful to make sure you get up under these without making them fly across the room, because it will definitely happen. And then I could put one right there, one right here. Let's make a green. Let's make those green. But this, I don't know if this color green I would want. Maybe. No, I don't want that green. I think I'll make it all pink. Got some more pinks. I got some more little pinks right in here. Now we just got to figure out what we want to say. What we want the wording to be. There in the center. And I'll put one right there. One right here. Oh, my nose is running. Allergies. I need to take my medicine. All right. Okay. So words. Okay, now let us get some words out of my little cabinet. I think I can do either pinkish words or sort of antique colored words. So let's take, oh, I know. Oh, and I know my allergies were 10 times worse in Oklahoma, Claire, than they are here. I think that white is too white. This is the perfect shade, I think, but I might not have any words that I want to use in that shade. I could use black, but I don't think I want to do that. So I am going to pull out other colors too, in case there's like a muted pink. Like there's some muted pinks in these. In case I need them. I'll kind of look through those. Well, let's look at this first. Let's see if we have any words we would like to use. Ethereal elements. Gratitude, love yourself, move it. No, you're maintain the mystery. Maintain. Sounds pretty good, but it's too close to this color. I don't think I'm going to use any of those. So let's see what's in here. This is what family looks like. Always be on the lookout for the presence of wonder. That would be nice. Live every day with intention. Live in the moment. Those are good too. I think I like all of that. So let's see. We can use some of that. Okay. Where's my little tool? Here we go. Oh my goodness, my nose is driving me crazy. Crazy. Okay, so now let me see how many words I can put always. I'm just gonna barely put it here in case I need to move it. On the lookout. For the presents. This is, I don't know if I want it to go all the way over here. Yeah, I think I will. In the presence of wonder. Okay, and then what was that other one? Did I move it? Is it here? Live every day with intention, live in the moment. Okay, we'll do that. And then live every day with intention. Alrighty. Let's put a little bit of space in between those statements so they don't run together. And then it was live in the moment. So I think I'll do live in and then the moment. Yeah, like this. Oops. All right, so let's try to make sure these are straight. This one I don't think is. All right, I think that's pretty straight. That's fairly straight. Might be a little, every day might not be completely straight. That's okay. This is not, uh-oh. This one is not cooperating. There we go. I want to put something here, but I feel like I might be overdoing it. I think it's okay like that. Yeah, so that is it, you guys. This is how it turned out. Thank you so much for joining me, Claire. Thank you for anyone else who joined and might not have spoken. And thank you for everyone who watches it after it processes with YouTube. I really enjoyed this. And I really enjoyed the time of fellowship, you guys. I want to be sure and thank all of my channel members for also supporting me in that way. That's Lucille Theory, Ryan McMurray, Shatanji Jones, and Shamika Theory. Thank you guys so much. And if you're interested in supporting me in that way, just click on the description or the link for becoming a channel member in the description below. And it's also on my channel homepage. You just click join. All right, you guys, please take care of your bodies. We only get one. It is a temple to the Lord. Please, please, please take care of yourself. And then take care of your soul, your spirit, seeking first the kingdom of God and his righteousness. Thank you so much for joining me, Claire, and for being so enjoyable and participating with live chat. Hugs to you also. And until next time, everyone, happy adventures.